Be a legacy builder.
Ekow, it's always so great talking to you because you are the man who understands finances, about finances and understanding the flow of the money. Perhaps if you were to share with us what you would consider the most important budgeting technique we need to actually be mindful of.
We should, I think, start with what budgeting is. To me, budgeting is a strategy I use to make my money know me, like me, trust me enough to make me more money. I use simple 5 basic techniques of money budgeting. And this is what I did to escape the rat race. This is what I did to quit my job as a banker and now being a serial investor. To me, I budget on 5 purposes, which is education, necessity, charity, financial freedom, and entertainment. For starters, how do I do that? So assuming that you've got 100 Rand, that's the income that you've received for the month. What I do is that I allocate 55% to my necessity bucket. Necessity bucket includes my school fees for my children, mortgage bonds, and all the necessary things that get you to survive. So your electricity bill, your phone bill, whatever that you need in your day-to-day affairs, that is what the necessity bucket is. Then I move on to my legacy, which is the financial freedom bucket, which is money it's not for me, money I basically save away from my children. And normally that's the money I use to invest in properties, and I call it the legacy builder. Then you move on to your education budget. You cannot be financially free, you cannot manage your money properly if you don't educate yourself. And I'm not talking the formal education. It could be formal education. Maybe you want to finish up your MBA. You've got some purpose. You want to learn something. Anything that you want to learn, that's form part of education. But normally what I do is I get to books, go to seminars, go to classes. If I want to set up businesses, I need to go check similar businesses, the competitors, what they're doing out there. Go to seminars, educate myself to know what kind of systems that I will use in terms of scalability, how to leapfrog and not get caught in a rat race. So that's what education is for. So the entertainment bucket is then I allocate 10% to my entertainment bucket. And that's basically if I want to travel, if I want to go overseas, if I have let's say a car that you want to buy, anything that's playful, that's what I put that money aside for. Then we move on to charity. Charity is very dear to my heart. I believe in that we share. I believe in the power of leverage. The power of leverage basically meaning doing more with less time. And when you make that, you also need to share. And when you share, like what we're doing now on this platform, that is sharing. And that's charity. That's spending your time to educate South Africa and educate people that there is ample possibility for you to do whatever you want to do and whatever you set your mind on. Normally, what I do is that on that education, on the charity bucket, I split it into 2, which is 5% goes to church and 5% goes to normal people, like maybe any charity program out there, or just basically buying food, giving it to a street kid. Budgeting is not one size fits all, and you don't have to have one size approach. You need to have techniques might be different, but you need to have purpose, the purpose why you're budgeting. And that's what I would like people to adapt, because then take out all the jargons and then just make it simple.
So, Ekow, I think I quite like the way that you sort of differentiate the way that you go about budgeting. How do you then sort of tie that into your property decisions? Okay,
so then I spoke about leverage, right? So in the business terms, we call it equity. You need to, how much equity do you have to put in the game? So then I will put that 20,000 that I've saved with my legacy bucket to leverage of the bank. If you want to be a serious investor, you need to use a lot of debt and that's good debt to grow your books. And this legacy bucket is really crucial because, like they say, cash is king.
Be a legacy builder and don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.